Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope all of you guys are doing well. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 1987 film Dragnet. This stars Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd. They play two police detectives who are investigating these crimes by a group known as Pagan. And the more they're investigating these crimes, the more they start to discover that there's a lot more going on. So the two have to basically go undercover. They go to this pagan gathering. They find out that they're trying to sacrifice a virgin, and they go to help this individual. And the lady there is able to recognize the person that kidnapped her and everything. And while they're trying to investigate all this and they've got the information, they're trying to bring it to the police chief, played by Harry Morgan, who's in MASH. I think he was in the original Dragnet series, and he doesn't believe them. And it gets to a point where, Detective Friday ends up actually losing his badge. And, Tom Hanks's character, Streetback, I believe is his name, or Streetback, whatever they call him, basically has to do what he can in order to get help. Uh, does what he can in the way of investigating other things and try to get, Detective Friday's badge back, so he's not, a civilian anymore. He can be back on the force. It's a really fun comedy, action, drama, whatever you want to call it, type of film. I think the chemistry between Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd are fantastic. It's a shame they didn't do anything else after this, at least to my knowledge. It's got Christopher Plummer in it as well. Just a few recognizable faces. And this is a continuation of some sort from the original series. Dan Aykroyd's Detective Friday actually is the nephew to the character Joe Friday from the original series. And I think his character's name is Joe Friday as well. But yeah, I wish I could say more about this movie, but it's a really entertaining film. Um, yeah, the virgin that they end up saving kind of becomes eventually the love interest to Dan Aykroyd's character more towards the end of the film. But yeah, I would highly recommend checking this one out if you have it. It's very underrated, not one I hear people talk about, but it was nice to revisit the film, and I really had a good time. So I really wish that the 2004 version of Starsky and Hutch would have taken the same formula like this and been more of a sequel rather than it being a standalone film. I think that one would have worked really well. But this one worked for what it was, and I had a good time with it. It's always great to see, like, things around the city, the fashion, just drinks or food, product placements during that time. It just shows how far we've come. And it's just like a nice little kick of nostalgia. Um, that's why I like watching a lot of these older films. But nonetheless, if you've seen Dragnet, let me know what your thoughts are. And if you haven't, give it a watch. I think you guys will enjoy this one. And if you enjoyed my review, give it a thumbs up. It would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm Film Talk with Mikey, and until next time, guys, we'll talk films.